Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the City of Sioux Falls City Council and Minnehaha County County Commission joint meeting. Today is Monday, December 20th, and I would like to thank you all for being here today. I'd like to start with today's meeting with a roll call. We'll start with the Sioux Falls City Council.
Thank you, Mayor. Council members Aguilar.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Brown.
Here.
Entman.
Here.
Erpenbach.
Here.
Jamison.
Here.
Litz.
Here.
Rolfing.
Yes.
Thank you. All the city councilors are here for the City of Sioux Falls.
Thank you, Mayor. I got to turn this thing on. The record will reflect there is a quorum here for the Minnehaha County Commission.
Thank you so much, Chairperson Hayek. I appreciate it. We will start today's meeting with a Pledge of Allegiance. If you could all rise, we would appreciate it. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. If we could have a motion to approve today's regular agenda.
So move, Anderson.
Second, Entman.
There's been a motion by City Councilor Anderson Jr., and it was seconded by Councilor Entman to approve today's regular agenda. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, if we could have a vote on that, please.
Council members Aguilar.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Entman.
Yes.
Erpenbach.
Yes.
Jamison.
Yes.
Litz.
Yes.
Rolfing.
Yes.
Chairperson Hayek, it is passed 8-0 with the City Council.
And I would entertain a similar motion for the county.
So moved.
Motion and second. Further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. We can now move on to business, and item number 1, please.
Item number 1 is a resolution approving a first amended and restated joint cooperative agreement for communication services between the City of Sioux Falls and Minnehaha County, South Dakota, along with authorizing the mayor to execute such agreement after it is ratified by the county.
Welcome. If you could just state your name, please.
My name is Anna Raker, and I'm the business manager for Metro Communications Agency. You should have received. Let me do that again. My name is Anna Raker, and I'm the business manager for Metro Communications Agency. And you should have received the first amended and restated joint agreement for communication services between the City of Sioux Falls and Minnehaha County. This document was presented and approved by Metro Management Council at their December meeting, and we're asking that you consider the adoption of that tonight. My understanding is that the county would need to authorize the chairman to sign that document, and the city would need to enact a resolution approving that document. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Any questions for the county?
Councilor Entman.
Just for clarification on, can you explain to the councilors, if you might, how the operations actually is between the county and Sioux Falls, and then now we actually have Brandon in the mix for the first time too. Is that not correct? As far as helping to offset some of the costs of Metro.
That's true. The agreement for 911 services for a public safety answering point for the City of Sioux Falls and Minnehaha County, that agreement is handled between the City of Sioux Falls and Minnehaha County and has been for many years. Effective 2011, we have asked that the City of Brandon reimburse the agency for their share of the calls for service that are handled by Metro Communications Agency on behalf of the City of Brandon as far as the police department and only the police department. And that's because the City of Brandon is the only city in the county that has their own independent police department.
Thank you. City Council and County Commissioners, I should let you know I have the pleasure to serve with not only Councilor Entman, Councilor Jamison, Commissioner Peckus, Commissioner Kelly, and myself. We serve on that particular agency or board. If you have any questions of them as well, they're here for your reference or as a resource.
And Mayor, if I may, Anna, having also served on that board for a number of years, is there anything that we should look at as a major change from the agreement other than the inclusion of Brandon for repayment?
Well, and actually, the inclusion of Brandon for payment doesn't enter into this agreement. That would be
Right.
separate, so that's a good question. You should have received a list of a synopsis of the changes from the existing document. A couple things that I'll point out that are more than just simple operations or maybe some wording. We used to operate a radio shop. That radio shop was closed a year ago, and so we removed any references to that in the document. We removed the requirement for Metro Management Council to approve the termination of appointed staff. Currently, the director appoints staff upon the approval of Metro Management Council, and also to remove appointed staff upon approval of Metro Management Council. So removing that for the termination of appointed staff just puts the director's authority and responsibility in line with what all department heads have as far as authority in both the city and the county. It made it more relative to a department head position in the city and the county. Probably the other thing that jumped out at me as most significant had to do with budget supplements and cash reserves. In the original document, there was reference to a reconciliation type situation at the end of the year. And that's really contrary to how we've been operating. When Metro became independent, the city and the county finance staff sat down, and what they determined was really vital for Metro to do is to manage their budget and to manage their cash reserves in such a way that when we have years where we have large capital outlays, that we aren't coming to you for a huge increase, because it's just too hard for you to manage that in your supportive nature of the agency. And so we removed that language and instead replaced it that the agency may build cash reserves for capital outlay.
Could I have a motion to approve? Yeah, I'm sorry, Councilor Jameson, question?
There was a good amount of discussion. We just cleaned up the contract. It was very easy. I don't know if there was any strong objections to it, so just to reassure you, and I would make a motion to approve.
Second, Intimate.
Councilor Jameson's made a motion to approve item number 1.
Point of order.
Oh, I'm
Isn't it-
sorry.
I'm just reading the agenda. Does it not say that the county ratifies first? Or am I not reading that right?
I think it says that the authorizes, first of all, do we take the motion first and then answer the question, or should we answer the question and then
Well, we've
discussion?
recorded the motion,
We
so
have.
we can do discussion. and
Very
then
good.
vote.
So we do have a motion to approve item number 1, which was made by Councilor Jameson, and it was seconded by Councilor Entenmann Jr., or Councilor Entenmann. Now there has been a question by Councilor Erpenbach, and in terms of should the county go first or what, the way I'm reading it says authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement after it's ratified by the county. I'm not actually going to execute the agreement tonight, but we will have an opportunity for the county to certainly discuss it and approve it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Perhaps
Councilor
I can-
Erpenbach or Councilor
perhaps I can
Commissioner
clean this
Peckus.
up. I'll make a motion to approve.
Commissioner Peckus has made a motion to approve.
The county side.
Well, and for clarification, there is absolutely no order on this, and that's a very important distinction, because this is a joint cooperative with equal powers and equal authority on both entities. So it's not like you guys approve us or we approve you. We actually do it together. So
Well, and I appreciate that clarification,
Yeah.
Commissioner Hayek, because sometimes there are times
You are
when
correct.
someone needs to vote first rather than, and
You
I
are-
just
you
want to
are
make sure that
correct.
was correct. Thank you for clarifying.
Good job, Councilor Erpenbach. Keep us going. There has been a motion by Commissioner Peckus for the county to approve this resolution. Could I have a second?
Well, I think I have to do that, Mayor. I
Okay,
will say that. I don't think you can run the county yet. You got the city, but not the county.
And I don't want to run the county.
We do have a
That's the last
motion.
thing I want to do.
Is there a second? Did I hear a second? Commissioner Kelly, and then Commissioner Tweet, you did have a comment.
I just have a question and a comment, I guess. I'm confused why the language isn't exactly the same on the for the agenda items, that would eliminate any kind of questions. I mean, ours just says authorize chairman to sign First Amendment and restate a joint cooperative agreement. So it seems to me if we would coordinate the language on the agenda,
Right.
it would be helpful.
We'll work towards that.
Counselor Jameson?
We'll work towards that.
We do have a motion and a second for the county. Is there any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes for the county.
Thank you very much. City Council, is there any more discussion or questions in regards to item number 1? Hearing none, if we could have a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
Thank you. That is passed 8-0. Item number 2.
Item number 2 is a briefing from Christy Nicolaisen, Executive Director of the Multicultural Center.
Welcome, Chris.
Hello. How y'all doing? I thank you for the opportunity to speak with y'all this evening. I was asked to speak about the MCC board and the filling of director vacancies. And I am pleased to announce that we have recently added 4 new board members, and they have completed their board orientation. The newest members of the board of directors are Mary Montoya, who's actually here, CPA who has 30 years of experience and currently is a chapel volunteer for Native Americans at the South Dakota State Penitentiary, right? Okay. Gail Swenson is the second one, Program Director of Homeless Education and Native American Education for the Sioux Falls School District. The third one is Sean Cleary, General Manager of the Alamo Group and volunteer leader for Sister Cities of the Irish community. And fourth is Mark Millage, President of Killing Community College. We are also pleased that Mary Montoya has accepted the position of the board treasurer. We recently have hired June Van Essen from Prairie Home Bookkeeping to do our bookkeeping. Mary, June, and I met. We're all on the same page for procedures. We will be meeting again tomorrow with the CPA firm that has been helping me with the bookkeeping since I came on board. In the 3.5 months I have been here, much of my focus has been on the books and working on fundraising for the agencies and its programs. Other current board members, just so you know, are Mary Medema, Kenny Anderson, Jim Schmidt, Greg Miller, Dennis Johnson, Preston Evans, Julio Espino, Doug Barthel, Carol Tweet, and Doug, I'm missing. I even wrote them down this time. I'm sorry, I don't remember. I'm missing one. In March, we will select new board members to fill the positions of those going off the board. The mayor can select one appointment for the board, and he has put an announcement in the Argus Leader asking people to apply for his appointment. The board met in October and concentrated on strategic planning. We have focused on short-term planning. The board recommitted to the mission of MCC and its programming. From this meeting, we discussed our role as a bridge in the community. We provide a bridge for people, services, and programs. We have been discussing different logos to find a new one, and everyone has been very supportive of the vision of MCC. In regards to facility, Lloyd and the staff, the county staff, have taken care of most of the facility-related issues. Lloyd has helped me with certain information that I have needed for our after-school programming licensing, he's been fantastic. I have requested a bid for work on the rigging in the front of the stage from a person recommended by Bill Murray. On December 1st, when I was talking to the commissioners and city folk, Commissioner Ann had actually mentioned some concerns about the industrial stove, so I went back to the staff. And Margaret Gramco, who has her Safe Serve certificate, reviewed the instructions on using the commercial kitchen and shared the information at one of our weekly staff meetings to ensure everyone's properly trained on using the kitchen and how to take care of everything there. And in the future, it will be part of our regular MCC policies and procedures to review every year. The rest of my focus has been on operations and program issues. I focused on the city audit report and am restructuring programming and operations through developing policies and procedures. I am working on MCC becoming a licensed after-school provider. The application is at state level, and I'm currently waiting for approval. We are also working on policies and procedures for each division of our after-school programming. The driver's education program is getting revamped. Testing and classes are a bit more challenging and more interactive. We want to ensure the students that go through our education program get their licenses and are successful driving around Sioux City, South Dakota, and the U.S. We have great partners, and they have given us great feedback on how we can improve the program. Other MCC programs are being revamped when appropriate. In addition, I am working on improving our relationship with the SBA to start a mentoring program for those who want to start small businesses. We are working with SCORE on providing education on starting nonprofits. We have instituted a mental health conference scheduled for April for service providers that work with refugees and immigrants so they can gain knowledge about the unique emotional and mental health issues these populations are facing. We are also coordinating with other agencies to put together a great Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I'm excited about the progress we've made to date, and I look forward to all the challenges in the future. So, any questions?
Well, welcome, Christy, and thank you for the report. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
the team will have some questions or comments. Anybody from the county or from the city? Yes, Councilor Jameson.
Christy, welcome.
Thank you.
My son is getting married next year, and I know I look kind of young, and how can that be? But he's getting married next year, and he went through the whole process of picking a location for a reception.
Mm-hmm.
And he went through all the, well, my wife and actually he went through the whole process of going through all the other places in the city, and they wound up picking your facility
Cool.
for a couple of reasons, but they just they got in a groove of checking out the prices and all the costs and everything, and all the other places they looked at, they had a little packet together, and it was all really fast and right on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
The Multicultural Center was not quite in the realm of selling their facility. I mean, they were responsive, but the other groups were more in tune to that audience and renting out their facility. So I just wanted to share it because it's the first time I've probably interacted with the Multicultural Center in any way, really. And I would just encourage that part of your business to get maybe a little more up to speed with what your competitors are doing.
I like that.
But-
Thank you. Thank you for picking us. But yes, I totally agree. Jim Schmidt is actually helping me look at the contracts and everything on that.
good.
And so I definitely agree.
All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
Councilor Anderson, Jr.
To add to that, Councilman Jameson, this is something that's been on my radar for quite a while for the Multicultural Center. Because it is the old Coliseum, I feel that the facility is very unique for downtown Sioux Falls. The difference between the Orpheum Theater, the State Theater, or even the Pavilion is that we have flat floor space. We've heard that before with another item that the city's dealing with now. And I would encourage promoters, anyone interested in putting on a show or some type of an event. We have a huge stage down at the Multicultural Center. The symphony used to play there. It's been totally remodeled. And once again, with that flat floor space, you can either have tables or have it open for dances. So I encourage people to inquire in the building and talk to Christy about it, because we definitely want to get that part of our organization really moving.
Yep. We have a Tuba Christmas tomorrow night if you all want to come. So
And Mayor, I would just mention for everyone here, we met, the Intergovernmental Board is the one. You're doing a great job, and in a short period of time, we did meet December 1st, and of course, I will be done with that. Mayor is going to take over, and I think with that multicultural group that you have, that you're meeting with, also you've involved Christy, and I think this success is already starting to show. One thing I will say is that Commissioner Tweet worked extensively with the entire program at the Coliseum. So for those of you that don't know, there is a long history with the state, the city, and the county, and that's how we got to that point. I don't know, Commissioner, if you want to say anything about where we're at this point in time.
Well, I just could not agree more with you, Commissioner Hayek and Kenny Anderson. I've sat at the board meetings in the past where Kenny has just voiced his strong concerns, I guess, and wishes that the Multicultural Center would do more rentals with that beautiful space to supplement, I guess, some of the financial issues all along. So I think these two bodies of government stand ready to help in whatever way they can with that. That's one way, perhaps, that additional revenues could be garnered. The other thing, as long as I have this microphone for a second, as you're beefing up the programs that already exist, and I'm not sure what the final goal of the mayor's is with the group that he's meeting with, but are we listening to folks out there to see what needs there are, like, for example, computer classes or home buying classes, or what do some of these folks say are missing in the community in terms of services?
There's several things. But again, I would bring that back to the board and find the finances to support it before we would start that. But yeah, there's computer classes. They want more English classes. So I have a list, and we're working on it. But kind of the way I operate is I make sure my board's on board with me, and then we proceed forward and to find the finances. So I don't want to start a program without finances. But oh yeah, absolutely. There's a list.
Well, we did ask for this report that should occur, I believe, yearly. And after the Intergovernmental Board's last meeting, we asked that we have the report from you, Christy, and of course, there's been a lot in the news of late. We do drive around the city of Sioux Falls and not Sioux City, so next time, if they're going to Sioux City, we really have issues.
Map twisted.
I
I'm
know.
like, how embarrassing.
Look at you. You did a great job, and we're really, I think you've got a lot of team members here who are willing to work with you and make it all it can be. So thank you.
Oh, and listening to the
you're
board
home.
and Commissioner Jeff, we have signage on all the glass doors in the front to show where what doors to enter. And we took the plastic down in the window to make sure that we are very much appearing to be more friendly. So I'm listening. I'm listening to what people say. So
Doing a great job.
Well, Christy, thank you, and again, welcome.
Thank you.
It's there's no motion needed here or anything like that, so we do thank you for your report, and we wish you the very best.
thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Councilor Brown.
I know there's a celebration tomorrow, but I wanted to publicly celebrate here today and thank Commissioners Ann Hayek and Commissioner Carol Tweet. Ann has served 8 years very honorably with the county, and Carol Tweet 20 years. Never lost an election. She's a remarkable lady. So thank you for your serving our community.
Thank you.
Oh, and Sue. I didn't even see Sue here. Sue is not done yet, so we'll honor her later.
Thank you, Councilor Brown. Are there any other items that the County Commission or the City Council would like to cover tonight? Hearing none, could we have a motion from the City Council to adjourn?
So moved.
It's been a motion by Councilor Entenmann, seconded by Councilor Anderson Jr. to adjourn on behalf of the city. Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Council members Aguilar?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
Thank you. That is passed 8-0.
And I would entertain a similar motion from the county.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
This joint meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much.